Hello and welcome to the HolonIQ 2022 Global Impact Summit. For our East Asia Summit today, we're very lucky to be joined by Vicky Wang, CEO and founder of WuKong. Vicky, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Patrick.
It's wonderful to have you. I know you're joining us from Silicon Valley. I'm here in New York, and so very lucky to have you and learn more about Chinese language learning and WuKong as well. We're going to kick off and dive straight in and share a presentation that you have in a short video. So let me do that while we're getting ready.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Nowadays, a tiny screen can connect us across thousands of miles, which allows WuKong Education to offer various new ways for kids to learn and grow. In the US, in Canada, in Australia, in New Zealand, in every inch of the globe. No matter where you are, WuKong Education gives your kids the best education. We leverage diversified interactions in technology-empowered education. We track the learning situation dynamically and support the progressive growth of learners. WuKong Education, online class for 3 to 18-year-old students.
Over to you, Vicky.
Yeah, here. Thank you so much. And it is a great honor to be invited to this summit. And I'm Vicky, and I am the founder and CEO of WuKong Education. I'm very happy to be able to share WuKong's story with you. And next page. Yes, as we all know, the online education industry had undergone great changes in 2020 with a great increase in market penetration, market size, and venture capital investment. And for us, it is obviously that users' perception of online education has gradually changed from traditional apps and video classes to online live classes and a lot of diversified educational products. And next page. Actually, WuKong's story begins in New Zealand. Before the 2019, we completed our product market fit test in New Zealand for our Chinese curriculum. And in 2020, our market began to expand to the United States, Australia, Canada, and other countries. And actually last year, we had our product expansion and launched our WuKong Math curriculum. And now we are moving towards a vision of the global education platform. And next page. Yes, as you can see from this page, this is our business model. Actually, WuKong's mission is to inspire passion for learning. And WuKong has built a platform among more than 3,000 excellent teachers and K-12 kids around the world. And their students can interact with our best teacher online, anytime, anywhere, and start a pleasant learning journey together. And next page. Yes, here is our technology. And in WuKong, technology has greatly improved the quality of education. The internet first connects the teachers from all over the globe to create the best learning paths for every student. And then in WuKong's one-on-one and group classes, the audio and video transformation technology allows children to feel that the teacher is just sitting in front of them. The online collaboration enables our educational experts from different countries to gather together to develop syllabus and contents based on international standards. And actually, the big data and AI technology help us to track the learning behaviors and results. It can not only clearly draw the learning curve of each child, but also provides a database for continuously curriculum innovation. Yes, next page. And as you can see, good course quality brings a good user reputation, and good user reputation brings robust and sustainable growth for WuKong. And in the last 3 years, WuKong's annual income has grown by 120 times. Our referral rate reaches 70%, our renewal rate is 75%, and churn rate is less than 3%. And our satisfaction score reaches 4.8 out of 5. Yeah, and next page. And with the increasingly fierce competition in the online education industry, actually WuKong continues to grow. With our brand reputation, the efficiency of our customer acquisition continuously to improve. And with the introduction of the new products, our users' switching costs continue to increase. WuKong's reputation in the teachers' community ensures a more effective supply of teachers. And actually, the strong word of mouth actually spread in the parents' social network that makes WuKong's model more scalable. Yeah, next page. And actually, WuKong by now is on the way to deliver, diversify our product offerings, to develop a customer value ecosystem and further enhance our customer experience and construct parents' online community. This is our future. And everything WuKong chooses to do is to build a strong, long-term education partnership with global families, to inspire every child's enthusiasm for education, for learning, and make every parent feel genuinely happy for their child's growth. Yeah, that's all of my sharing.
Wonderful. Super interesting, Vicky. Really interesting. I've got so many questions. I don't know where to start. I mean, firstly, it strikes me that, WuKong is a very new company in many respects. Starting in 2018, 2019, you obviously at that time had no idea what was to come by way of COVID and that growth.
Yeah.
I mean, what has it been like, growing a team so quickly through a period of, a lot of disruption?
Yes, exactly. We haven't imagined that we grew so fast. Actually, before 2020, we do the product market fit in New Zealand, and actually we grew up from an idea that is to provide a better education solution for our next generation. All the idea comes from it. Actually, in the beginning, actually I helped my good friend Sissy, who now is our co-founder. Actually, we are in the search for a suitable Chinese teacher in New Zealand, but we cannot find a very satisfying teacher in New Zealand. Actually, Chinese teacher resource is very limited in New Zealand. And the idea came out, why not use the internet to connect the best teachers and students all over the globe? At that time, people are familiar with apps and familiar with video classes, but not that many commonly use live streaming class to connect teachers and students. And for language learning, we think it's very important to interact between the students and the teachers. So actually, we come up with an idea to have a global online education dream. Actually, we decided to start from the global Chinese education in the first move. So combining the best Chinese teacher in China with the most advanced teaching method in New Zealand, and bring the most authentic Chinese classes to the children around the world. And before 2019, our core market is New Zealand and Australia, and after that, actually we expand to North America, Canada, Singapore, and Japan and Europe, and a lot of other countries.
Wow.
Actually, we
So
do
it's,
the course for our next generation. Yeah.
yeah. How would you describe the average family that WuKong is supporting? Is it, a family that has Chinese heritage and history, or is it a family that's just discovering Chinese for the first time and excited to learn more?
Actually, our core user in the first move as the Chinese heritage family, they have Chinese heritage kids. And when the time move on, actually Chinese is more and more popular in the world. A lot of parents, even non-Chinese heritage parents, they send their kids to learn. And they all know that the age of 6 to the age of 12 is the golden time for child to master a second language.
Fascinating. And I saw and I've seen, WuKong Math. Tell us a little bit more about WuKong Math, because it kind of makes a lot of sense, but it's also very different to language learning, or is it?
They share the same like quality management system or mechanism with language learning, and we all use like online technology and a lot of other technology to do the course. But actually, the ideas come out of our user. So a lot of users said, we do very good Chinese curriculum. Why not do other like math? Math is the most subject that our parents are raised. They tell us they have some problem with math. They want their children to excel in math. They learn more and extend their logical thinking. And because math is math like language learning, math is the basic like language in the technology or in future growth of their kids. So math is quite important. And we do a lot of market research and find that there's actually some problem with our traditional math class. For example, some old-fashioned way of teaching leads to the lack of interest, and a lot of kids are they are fear of math, and actually I think it's a pity. So actually we put a lot of energy and visited a lot of schools in different countries, and we use Singapore math, the methodology of Singapore math, combined with the international standard of math teaching, and come up with our own core product, WuKong Math. Yeah, we use English-speaking teachers from Western countries, like from America, from Australia, from other countries, and they are very good at teaching math, and they graduated from top universities. And right now, the renewal rate and referral rate for math product is as good as our Chinese product.
Wow, that's really interesting. You answered my questions as well by way of, I was wondering whether the math lessons were in Chinese or in English, but it sounds like they're English math lessons or English teachers, but adopting the Singapore curriculum and kind of international standards as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really interesting. So, I mean, do you even think of WuKong as a language learning company that's also doing math, or do you think of it as a online tutoring company? Or a lot of the way you described WuKong at the start was very kind of very global, very macro as well, supporting families. And how do you think about that balance of starting as a language learning organization and now doing maths, and what the future holds?
We define us as a K-12 global education platform. Actually, Chinese is a very popular second language now in the world, and math is the basic subject in K-12 education. And we hope to diversify our product offering in future. So actually, we define us as a K-12 education company who has the mission to accompany with our parents to pave the way for their children for their like K-12 education path.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, Chinese is a very large and growing Chinese language learning market, and math, as you said, I mean, every kid does maths at school. It's, got to be one of the largest markets, if you like. And it's difficult sometimes, a little bit like language learning. It's great to have somebody to support you through that journey as well. How do you think then about the future of, through COVID, you've seen firsthand all of those problems that you've helped solve, finding teachers who you might not find in your kind of local area, being able to connect and do lessons online that are more convenient and gives you access to teachers you might not have otherwise. How are you thinking at WuKong about the future of online learning and specifically what WuKong's role will be in that future?
Actually, we do believe that online education is the future. Using online tools to ensure the teaching quality is very good for the children and good for the parents. Actually, we use the technology to track the results and track the learning behaviors, and we can draw the learning curve of every child, and we can enable our management of teaching the process more transparent, and we can see the performance of each teacher, and we can see the evaluation of each classes that we make. So actually it's a better way. Actually, I do believe that offline education and online education will like combine together to reach a better future. And after COVID-19, I think COVID-19 is just a process that accelerate the process. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And last question for me is about geography. So you're in Silicon Valley now. WuKong started in New Zealand. How are you thinking about where WuKong's focus will be? I mean, not that geography has to be a focus when you're in online learning, but which markets around the world are you as a team focused on? And do they differ between language learning and math?
We have the North American market and Australia and New Zealand. They are our core markets. And actually not only for Chinese, but also for math. Yeah. And they are all English speaking countries and share a lot in the culture. Yeah. And yeah.
Interesting. So Europe must be, it sounds like you do have, some great focus in Europe as well. I mean, Europe and other, parts of Europe, English speaking, but also, some similar.
Yeah, Sissy has go to the Sissy has go to visit London in July. Yeah, I think in England, Britain and Europe actually take a great part of our business as well. Also, some of the students come from Singapore and Japan and Eastern Asia. Eastern Asia is also a very good growth in our business.
Very interesting. Really interesting. Great. All right. Well, I could ask questions all day, Vicky. I love what you're doing, and you've obviously been very successful over the last few years at kind of growing the team and supporting that. The expansion into math is fascinating as well. So I want to thank you for joining us today and sharing more about WuKong Math with everybody, and wish you and the team all the success as you continue to grow WuKong globally as well.
Thank you so much, Patrick. It's my honor to talk with you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Vicky. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.